GingerGM.
Well, as you saw there, I'll be streaming today, if you get this video in time. So the date, the time today is the 16th of February, and it'll be 6 PM on this Friday GMT. So I hope to see some of you there. I'm just going to play a bit of Blitz today. Now, I know I was planning to generally do things on different days. I've just been so busy with other stuff that catching up on work and stuff, I'm finding that a bit hard to do. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to fire some Blitz out on the board. And while I do that, I must thank Jess Fox, who has created this amazing GIF behind me, which I really love. I think it's great, you know. You got the chessboard, a bit of smoke, atmospheric kind of feeling. It feels like I'm playing in a bit of a crack den, maybe opium den. Feel a bit like Sherlock Holmes, but I like it. I think it's pretty damn cool. So thank you, Jess Fox, for that. Right, well, I'm playing this Dutch. Now, if you saw my last stream, I nearly had an identical position to this, and I won a nice game by doing the rook swinger. And that is certainly something I'm going to aim to do here. I mean, when white doesn't fianchetto, but the bishop here, like I said, I did a lesson on this. This is a very common theme, moving the knight over and then swinging the rook. And I've won so many games from doing this. I mean, this is when I say it's most important in chess, knowing the middle game plans. Now, maybe it's not winning, but it can become quite dangerous for my opponent. Okay, so he's going to try to go f3 and blunt out my pieces. So do I have any tactics here? Knight takes knight, bishop takes here, doesn't seem to be getting anywhere. f3 does stop a lot of my fun. How about I go here, and if f3 I have queen g5 threatening these two squares. That looks like a good idea. And I want to keep my bishop open probably, and now this is my main idea, just trying to bring the attack in. But if I take, well, I've also got knight f6 takes, knight takes, hitting that rook. Quite interesting. And how dangerous is that for him? Bishop f3. No, let's just keep that bishop on the board. Okay, well, I'm using up a little bit too much time, and maybe my swinging idea has not been as powerful as it has been. But I've still got a lot of pieces over on the king side, and I'm going to concentrate on trying to build up initiative there. As in many Dutches, another move you often rely on is the move e5. So I'm going to play that one now, because that makes this bishop a very bad piece. And I think nothing's happening on g2, so my rook swing is now going to aim against the h2 pawn with ideas of bringing this in. Maybe a double rook swinger can come in. Another good positional move here would be the move c5, because I want to kill the bishop on d3. So should I play that now, or should I just keep attacking? Well, as always, I'm going to keep attacking. There's no point defending if I have to. And let's do the double rook swinger. The idea is rook g6, and then to land a blow against my opponent's king. But he's playing very wisely, and he's running away with his king. That seems like a very good idea. And actually now my rooks could be out of place. So I'm going to do this one, just to try to stop him playing c5. I didn't want him to go c5 and tuck his bishop over here. But he's played well, blocking things up. I don't like his last move, though. When you've got the bishop pair, you should not be closing the bishop position up against the knight. I think his last move, d5, don't close the position down when your opponent has a knight. That looks very, very dubious to me, what he's done there. And I think he's just going for a blockading idea. So how am I going to do this? Right, well, I think the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to need to look for a pawn break, and I'm not going to win by capturing here. So I'm going to change my tact, and I'm going to try to get the move. He's just trying to block everything up, but he's not playing with much, well, I mean, he can't win at all now. And the only person who does have the pawn break here will be me eventually, with the move g4. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm just going to try to arrange this one, but he is moving quickly. So let's see if I can do it. I don't think he can ever play this pawn forwards. So I'm just going to try to arrange the one pawn break. And that should give me a promising position. Now he can go g4, but I think that's just going to weaken him more than anything else. Famous last words. My knight, like I said, in a closed position is a very good piece. So I'm just going to improve my pieces, but I've got to move quicker here. I'm moving very, very slowly. So let's just try to do everything to stop his pawn moving here. And oh god, why am I so slow? Okay, time to speed up. I've got to go for g4 quickly. Now, like I said, he can play this move, but then I'm going to take on e4. Little tactical idea. Let's see if he falls for it. He probably has to play queen takes here. And now this pawn is very weak, and my knight still has great chances to jump in. So this is a great position for me, but my time is atrocious, as always. And, well, this is not good, and I'm probably going to have to try and bail out for a draw now if I can. But he might just flag me, of course. Oh dear, Simon, why are you so slow? Not good. And I'm just going to have to try. I mean, there's obviously nothing he can do here at all. But he can win on time. And, of course, as it's a blitz game, he's totally within his rights to flag me. I mean, why the hell not? Let's go for a flag in action. I'm not going to try to do anything. Oh dear, he's done a little trick there. Nasty trick he's pulled because my time is low, and of course that is why he's allowed to do these nasty tricks. A bit silly of me that, but I'm not an Eric Hansen when it comes to this time limit, as you may have guessed. Anything but Eric I am. So oh god, this is actually really bloody painful. Right, okay, a bid for freedom. Come on, let's get a bid for freedom in. And that is the duck being fucked. Bad language, Williams, bad language. Can I get him on time? Can I do what he's doing to me? No. I'm too slow. No. Ah, dear, that was poor. That was poor. I didn't realise how slow I was going there. Not a good start. We'll say that one is a warm-up, and now, of course, he doesn't want to play another game after flagging. But I didn't really feel like a proper game of chess. Let's try to get a proper game of blitz in now, where we can actually try to win on the board. So I spent far too long there. Just considering my ideas in the opening, so I'm going to now play much more quickly at the start of the game. And this h4 move is one of my favourite ways. Bring Harry into the game to try and break down his defences over here, and he's just having none of that. So now we're going to get a normal Grunfeld position, but the moves h4 and h5 have been played. So I'm not sure who these two moves help. We'll find out later on. Now, I think knight d2 is some little idea here in the other positions where the knight can, you know, try to come over to c4 and annoy his queen. The other idea was to go to some ending, but we don't want to do that if we can help it. So what should we do here? Rook b1 maybe? Because I want to maybe have the opportunity to play this move, and also maybe some rook b5 idea at the right moment, trying to kick that queen away. But priority number one is to get castled. So okay, so I'm gonna play d5. It looks natural, and now my opponent might aim to use the g4 square. Okay, he's come straight in. Now, is that a good idea of his or not? I don't know, because the knight could be weak there. If I can castle and go knight c4, his knight could get in trouble. But also, it can be quite an annoying piece. But again, priority here is to get my king to safety. So that is what we're trying to do. Let's get the little boy castled, get him tucked away, and then, you know, if I can castle, as soon as my knight comes into the game and attacks his queen, I'm going to be feeling quite okay. Now, of course, his knight is quite good here, but I do have this protected passed pawn. So I think I should be aiming to swap off that knight not for my bishop. I want to keep my bishop. I'm not even concerned about him winning this pawn, because maybe he can play that, but his queen could get in quite a lot of danger there. And I'm just going to now try and use this pawn. So let's get my rook behind Derek and aim to push him up the board. Well, why not push him now? Because the rook c3, and then I have queen d5. Well, rook c3, let's take this one first, because then he doesn't have control of the c3 square, and now we can push and we can use Derek. And this is one of the main problems that black has in the Grunfeld. Jonathan Rowson, who 3 times British champion, grandmaster, wrote a very good book on the Grunfeld, and I can remember in that book he talked about white's d-pawn, and he said that this d-pawn is one of the major problems later on in the game, which basically black can face, and that seems to be the problem now. This pawn is going to be very strong. Okay, well, why not win a pawn on the way? And now I'm just going to get my rooks behind that massive d-pawn. But it's still quite hard to break his position down. I mean, he's got some kind of blockade going in here. Maybe I'm going to be looking for a break with e6 later on. I'm not sure. A bit of work to win this one, but at least I'm not short of time. Hate it when I'm short of time. Okay, so let's get that there. And I'd love to now get a pawn to f4, wouldn't I? So let's do that. Let's get a pawn to f4, because then everything is defended very nicely. I like that. I like this position. Now all my pawns, they look pretty. They look pretty. I like that look. And of course, any exchange of pieces is probably going to help me here. Let's just get my kings somewhere where it might not get checked. And well, I think I'm going to start picking up a penguin. Pick up a penguin. I'm going to start just taking these pawns. Why not? And his position is obviously horrible here. I've just got to keep it together and stop any counterplay. Rook c2 was my opponent's idea, trying to hit this one. So we're just going to stop that. And now he is in a world of pain. A world of pain. So again, like I mentioned, exchanges are good. So we can offer that one. Now, how do we proceed though? Do we go here? Oh, hang on a minute. That was just complete oversight. That was. No, it's okay. Okay, this was the idea, to just try to offer the exchange of queens, because now I need to break the blockade. If his queen moves, then here comes the d pawn, and obviously any ending would have been pretty bloody strong for me. So yeah, I should be getting to 2500 again. I'm not sure. I haven't played much Blitz recently, so I'm going to try, and I should be getting up to 2500. I know I've been 2600 before, and I should be getting over 2500 at 3 minute. I mean, I've got this stream, as you saw later on today. So if you are about and you're want to watch a bit of craziness, maybe I'll just have a Blitz stream later on where I will aim to get to 2500, 2600. Okay, so we have a classical French. This is the way I play the French defense now. I used to play it at bishop b4, but I actually find these kind of positions we see here, I find these quite interesting. I mean, I'm experimenting with them anyway, and I kind of think that you get some very dynamic options here. Okay, I'm pushing on the queen side, and my opponent at some point will probably aim to play the move f5 to start an attack over there. Now, one of the main ideas you should do in the French is try to get rid of this bishop by going bishop a6. Interesting last move my opponent's played. I think I will just simply take that and then aim to play bishop a6, because I want to get rid of this bishop. I think this bishop is quite bad. Well, it's not so bad now because I don't have a d pawn, so I can consider other options. Is he really going to go d5? Is that his idea? Maybe I should therefore start some exchanges so he cannot play the move d5. Let's do that. Let's just make some simple exchanges here. And now my bad bishop which is often bad, is actually very good because I don't have a pawn blocking it in on d5, so I'm quite happy with this so far. And I've got normal moves. My rook's coming into the center of the board. Maybe I can even threaten a little checkmate at some point. Queen c6. Okay, well I think I should be putting one rook here and one rook here. Even the endings are normally good in French defences, so something like knight a4, trying to swap queens off. I say they're good because in a lot of French defences, white gets this pawn on this square here, and that gives him like a basis for an attack. That is where he can build an attack around. So we don't generally want to do that. Okay, come on, let's get him off. Let's get him off, lads. Do I get him off? Let's get him off. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Because at least I quite like my knight on that square. Looks all right. And we'll play the ending. I'm going to win every game now. I'm just going to cane this guy. I'm going to put him in his grave. He's going down. We're going to see some Grandmaster endgame magic here. I'm not really well known for my endings, but you know, in chess you have to be good at apparently every part of the game. So that is a nice square for my bishop. A lovely square, lovely square. And if b3, I have the c3 square. So he's played here, but now do I go here? Let's go here because I've got ideas of flipping this one in. Flipping a rook c2 in. A rook c2? A rook c2, sonny. On the other hand, he's trying to get his knight here. Well, let's flick it. Let's flick it. That's my little flick emoji. Lovely, lovely little flick. And well, okay, after rook takes rook and rook c1, he's going to try to round up my pawn. But I'm hoping I don't lose that one. I had to stop his bishop coming to this square. And now I put this here because I don't want to get hit by a g4. And what is this like? I don't know. This is a weird position. I don't know if my pawn is good or good or bad. I'm not sure. Is my c2 pawn good or bad? It's certainly annoying for him. I don't think it's easy for him to win it. So he's going to try to go here. So probably I should take this one. And then if I got knight here or knight here, this looks like a better square, doesn't it? I'm trying to attack this pawn and in some cases coming here. Now maybe here, just piling on a little bit of pressure. And I think I should give my king an escape square. So let's do this. Even if I lose a pawn, my king can now aim to come around the sides. This looks all right for me. My pieces are so good. And my kingside pawns, I think his kingside pawns are just going to drop now. So I don't mind losing this guy if I win everything else. Look at those kingside pawns. They're beauties. They're beauties. And, well, I don't really want him to be pushing that too far. So let's just throw some annoying knight maneuvers around so I can try to blockade this one. And we have blockaded. But I don't know, this is a bit weird because this b pawn is quite strong, funnily enough. So I want to get my rook on the other side of the pawns. Okay, well, again, swapping knights. The pawn was quite annoying, so I'm going to try and just keep a hold on it as much as I can. But I think I probably will have to go for the rook and pawn ending now, where he has a very simple plan. And probably what I'm going to have to do here is give up my rook for that pawn at some point, but hope that my own pawns are going to be winners. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'll give up my rook for this pawn. Oh, fucking hell. Don't lose on time. Don't lose on time. Don't do it. Don't do it, Simon. Don't do it. Whoa. Oh, if I take that, I get mated. No, we don't want to take that then, do we? Oh, we actually won on time. God, that makes a nice change. Oh, Okay, so let's go for some gambit action with e4. Let's be having you, son. Let's be having you. So let's go for the Mora Gambit. This is something I rarely play. But I think it's a bit underrated, actually. I mean, if you're looking for an interesting line against a Sicilian, the Mora Gambit, I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know it theoretically. I played it occasionally on my Blitz videos. But the general idea is, look, I've got 3 pieces developed, and I just attack his center quite quickly, and it's a little bit hard for my opponent to castle. So it's even positionally, I think, an okay opening, because now I'm going to just try to win the pawn back here. I've got a bit more space to maneuver. You don't have to rush this one. It's not like you're a pawn down, you have to panic. So many people, they start to freak out when they're a pawn down. They're like, oh no, I'm a pawn down, I've got to do something. But try not to panic. You know, just trying to keep things calm sometimes. You've always got to play. The best chess players, if you watch them, they all play so calmly. They're such calm people. Even when their position is shit. Even when their position is terrible. They keep their cool so well. Okay, so after e5, I'm thinking about whipping it. Whoosh. I need that sound effect, don't I? Whoosh. I need that. Okay, but I've got other moves here. I mean, I've got bishop takes pawn and e5. e5 straight away is very interesting. e5, he moves his knight here, though. You know what? I'm just going to play a4. I'm not in a rush, because it looks a little bit tricky for him to complete his development. I don't need to force a position at the moment. Let's just put my rooks on good squares, because then I can be lazy and I don't have to calculate. That's really why I'm doing this, just because I don't want to calculate. It's a lazy approach. I'm going to have to calculate sooner or later, though, aren't I? Well, first of all, I'm just going to move my bishop away, because that gives my rook a bit more... So my rook is lined up against that one. So I'm aiming to probably plant the knight in. Okay, so he stepped away. So how do I increase the pressure here? Do I just double on the d file? Do I even just play h3? So I've got the h2 square for my bishop. That looks like quite a nice little line. Just tuck the bishop away and wait to see what he's going to do. Hopefully his d pawn will drop sooner or later. But I'm playing this very calmly. This is a very calm way to play the Mora Gambit. I don't know if is it Esserman who wrote this great book Mayhem in the Mora. If you want to learn about it, that book, I haven't read it but I've heard it's great, is probably the way to go. I don't think Esserman would approve of the way I'm doing this. It now looks like I'm going to have to try and get rid of his knight there, so I'm aiming for the f4 move. And if I get f4 in, okay, I don't know. Is it right that I put my rooks on the d file? I don't know. I clearly don't know what I'm doing in the Mora. I clearly just have no idea. I'm just a random move generator in this. Okay, so let's keep doing some random move generations. And now it feels like my rooks. Okay, he's going backwards. I always like it when people go backwards in life. When they're playing me anyway. Okay, let's try to bring this little guy. This guy needs to breathe. Breathe, my friend, breathe. And now he can... Oh, shit. Oh, shit, he saw it. Oh, dear, that was awful. I totally forgot about this check. Oh, dear, not good. Right, okay. Why do I even try to play positionally? It's crazy. I mean, what am I doing? I've just got to be playing. I mean, I'm not a positional player. I'm a born hacker. None of this positional rubbish. Why am I doing it? Simon, grow up and play like a man. Come on, grow some balls, grow some big uns. Okay, right. That's a pep talk I just gave myself. Okay, it's only a piece. It's only a piece, and I've got Gary and Freddie coming at him. So... Gary and Freddie, can you make this work for me? It's only a piece. He's short time. I need to now. None of this, Mr. Nice Guy. Just put everything, line every bloody piece up against his king and checkmate him. Simple. I don't know how I'm going to checkmate him. Anyone want to... Oh, hello. What about that one? That okay, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, things are improving, I feel. And now, if I can get my knight over to this square, great. Now, I want to get the bishop moving there. Bishop takes e5, little tactic, but his knight is coming through. That's what I was worried about. Oh, come on, move quicker. I don't want to move my knight in there. Oh, I don't know. This is not the way I wanted to play it. Put the bishop on e3. Not what I'm thinking, but I want to get my bishop to cover the knight's entrance. Time. Don't worry about anything except for the clock. Why didn't I come in here? I should have come in there. Oh, God. Come on. Just randomly moving things here. Again, this is the story of this game. Randomly move your pieces, Simon, and hope for something. No, you're so slow. So slow. It's embarrassing. Come on! Come on! Ooh! Put that in your pipe, Spooky son. Well, let's see if we get someone else. I'll see if I can get a title player. No offence to my opponent, but I think I'm a bit more in the mood for playing someone titled. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing in these Blitz games. It just goes literally. Oh, it's Kilkenny time, isn't it? It's Kilkenny Gambit time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. I mean, things just get really random. That's why I like the 2-second increment, 3 minutes plus 2, which they do in Title Tuesday. The problem is when you're trying to find a game in that, it takes a bit longer to find a game. And I suppose the non-increment stuff is more exciting. You know, you can't deny that. This crazy chess, it is exciting. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so this crazy Kilkenny Gambit, you may have seen me play before. Is it a load of rubbish? Is it only for drunk people? The verdict is out. But I don't know. I mean, it's quite interesting because you open up the G file and you get good development. I'm going for some crazy gambits now. Let's just keep the gambits coming. I'll keep gambiting until I go down. And here, I just want to go queen here and castle queenside. And now that his king is over there, I see a big target. He's put a big circle on it, and he's saying, "Get me, Si." Okay, if you want me to get you, mate, I will. Let's get you. And we're now going to see the power of the Kilkenny Gambit. This file, look at it. It's there. It's waiting. Now he wants to push and take this pawn, so we'll stop that one. And maybe I should be taking here. I mean, I just want to attack him, but obviously now maybe I should even just give the pawn and just go. Yeah, let's just give the pawn because once you give him one pawn, what's another pawn, eh? What's the pawn? What's the pawn? Pawn means nothing. Who cares about the little ones? Who cares about them? Go away, pawns. I'm going to mate you, is the idea. Okay, but we probably need pieces. Okay, I want to create some magic. Knight there, takes, knight f5, check, takes. Okay, let's create some magic. Oh, yeah. Okay, I want to create some magic. Now, e6 is a good move, unfortunately. But this is my idea. Boom! Put that in your pipe. We're coming for you. And now I've got him on the run. Okay, so I've got him on the run, but he is running. Obviously, he's on the run. So, okay, well, it should be dangerous for him. But how dangerous is it? Now, I've got rook here, then he can try to run some more. What about h4, trying to get the queen in here, check. Let's do this one. Let's do this weird little move, just so I can get my queen into this square with check. For example, e6, queen g5, mate. Hello, mate. That's what we're aiming for. If he tries to run, I'm going to give a little check here and come down here maybe. I think he should try to run. He's got a lot of pieces for the queen. Even if he gives up the queen, he's probably he's running. Yeah, that's annoying that he's going to get to this square. And when he gets to that square, maybe he's quite safe. Unfortunately, that's annoying. Well, I can probably have to just play this position now, because if I'd have taked and checked, he would have got his king all the way back here. Now, I was hoping he'd do that because I can keep his king on the run now, even if I just give up all my material. Is it enough for mate? I really honestly don't know, because he's going to try to run back, but it certainly looks blooming dangerous. So check, the king comes back. Let's stop his king retreating, so I keep his king in no man's land for the time being. But I don't know. I mean, interesting to see what the computer said. Now he's going to try to run this way. Can I keep his king from doing that? I really need more pieces in to do this. If I go rook here, he takes there, which is annoying. How about we go... then he has rook h8. Rook here and rook here check. Let's try that one. I need my rook and queen both partaking in this attack. Do I believe this? I'm not sure. It's interesting, but I don't know. I mean, his king's on f5. He's playing without these two pieces, so it should be something. But is it enough? Check, king here, check. Looks like the best way to try and continue this attack. And then, do I have anything here? Again, he's running away. Most annoying. I think he's got out of this, hasn't he? This is annoying. Maybe I had some win there. I don't know. Maybe I had some win. It's very possible I had some much better way of doing this. I'm doubting my position now and my time. Okay. Let's just flick some moves in. Queen here probably wins. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, the queens are now coming off and it's game over. Well, that was interesting. I probably had something there that would have done better, but I couldn't see it. Okay, I'm going to play until I lose another game. So we will try and play. Well, let's try to keep the attacking chess coming. Not been a great session today. If I do decide to play Blitz later, hopefully things will be better than they have been in this one. We'll call this the morning warm-up session. Now, this position here is a position I've had loads of times. So I've got my little pet line here. If h3, I go g5. Don't know what that move's all about. That looks very peculiar. So I'm just going to play a normal move. Maybe he's aiming to play this move here. Okay, now, as soon as they play h3, this g5 move is a little invention I sort of came up with. And the point is, if knight takes, I go rook g8. And it really helps me that he's got a pawn on h3, because it gives me tactical possibilities of bishop takes pawn. And also g5 now has much more point behind it, because when I play g4, I can open his king up with pawn takes pawn. So let's try g4. This is the most normal way to play, and you can see now my bishop has this annoying pin on his structure. Okay, so now the scene is set. I have an open G file, which I've had quite a lot today. His king is on the open G file. So what do we do in situations like this? Attack, 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 attack. We line them up, and we attack. So line them up, line the rook up, and attack. And I think this knight should be also trying to travel around. I want to get all my pieces as near to his king as I can. So this is why I put the knight here. I'm not going to checkmate him. I mean, you probably notice when I'm going for the attack, I love getting all my pieces coordinating. There might be something quicker, but I just love it when they're all working together. I mean, even this knight coming here would have been a good option. So on the other hand, my opponent is trying to get his knight into this square, which is annoying actually. I'll give him that. So if knight here now, he takes here. Maybe I should have played knight h5 last move. A little bit slow on my part. Don't want him sinking a knight in here, that's for sure. So how do we stop that? Knight takes here, no, bishop here. Let's play this with the idea of moving this knight somewhere. Knight, if king h2, knight g4 check. Because when his knight moves here, I want to be able to capture that knight. I've got to be able to take that knight with my bishop, because otherwise how on earth am I ever going to get that knight away from that square? I don't want the knight to sit there. So my idea now, hopefully, is to try to find a good square for this knight. Now knight takes d5. This looks very interesting because I have a bishop f2 at the end check. And again, looks like we're going to get another king hunt, lads. Looks like we're going to get another king hunt. Can this one be more successful? With the idea of bringing the queen in if he takes it. I don't think he can take that one. I don't think he can run this time. Surely. He can't run 2 times in a row, can he? Maybe he's going to try to do exactly what he did last time. I mean, come on. You cannot be serious. You can't run away like this again. So king takes check. King e3. I mean, it just looks like all these things. It looks like I should be winning, but he's running. And if check here, king d3. I mean, oh, come on. Come on. Okay. Well, I'm quite kind of thankful he didn't try that, because maybe he was getting away. Well, I'm probably going to have to take some material back now with this one. And my opponent thought that last line was too dangerous, so he's gone for something a bit more respectable. And castle and queenside is what I'm going to be doing here without a shadow of doubt. Do I have to watch out for bishop there? No, let's get castled. And f5 is a key move. So maybe I can even try to distract the bishop away to play f5. And well, I've got 2 pawns for the piece, but his pieces are very nicely positioned. Strange move he played there, giving up that lovely bishop. Very peculiar move. And he's now going to find it hard to stop f5. And I feel that once I get this f5 move in, well, there is a knight here, which of course I saw. No, I didn't, obviously, but I think my pawns are very good anyway. Okay, they look good, don't they? They look blooming good. Here, queen g4. Can he really do this? I mean, my king's safe, isn't it? Yeah, his king is not safe. Threatening mate in 2. Okay, that looks like it was doing the job there. Queen h2 and queen g1. Right, let's keep some sacrificial chess up. So I'm trying to play, as you can see, a sacrifice in every game. We'll give the Mora another go. Mora day today. The last time I played it, I didn't really get much from the opening. Okay, my opponent's transposing now into a c3 Sicilian. This is a good way for black to, not take the offer of the Mora up. I've forgotten my theory because I never play this. Obviously, so I don't know. Let's take this one. Got to take that pawn, and now let's develop. If you ever forget your theory, just play normal moves. And Sam Collins, actually, Irish champion, did a DVD for GingerGM on the c3 Sicilian, and I seem to recall him suggesting this move. Very good DVD. I mean, I haven't played the c3 Sicilian for a long time, but when I did play it, I got 3 out of 3 just using the suggestions in that DVD, and it helped me greatly. His DVD on this opening, so I recommend you get it. It's in our shop for download, and it will give you a good understanding about this opening. So my opponent, on the other hand, is playing normal moves, and again, if in doubt, develop. So I'm going to try to now put a rook on the e file, rook on the d file, get them centralized in the middle of the board. So let's do that. One rook here, and another one on e1. Can't be a bad idea. When I have a bit more space, I like my position. I think I have a slight advantage here. A bit more space, and he can't find good squares for his pieces that are going to really stay anywhere. What does he do? So he's pressurizing this one. Okay, logical. Now bishop e3 is an idea. Should we go for that? Let's try this one. I was a bit worried about rook takes c3, but I think I'm okay after queen takes. I think. I'm not sure. Knight takes queen here. And I want to play bishop to d4, but then he takes there. So what about f4? Let's do that one. I mean, I'd love to get rid of the dark square bishops, as you probably heard me said before. Whenever your opponent has a fianchetto bishop, like this bishop here is what we call a fianchetto bishop, in front of the king, if you can eliminate that bishop, it makes his king a target because it's quite airy, has some holes on the dark squares around it, meaning later on you have chances to attack it. So that is something I'd like to do, like bishop d4, move the knight, swap bishops. But in the time being, I think I'll just play the sensible move. I mean, his rook is looking quite odd, isn't it? So he's gone for a tactical solution. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Am I missing something? What am I missing here? I don't understand this. Neither did he. Okay. His position was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Okay, I'll play one more game. And, oh, chess shop. Oh, God. My nemesis. Always, because chess shop is normally quite rude, I always play some weird openings. Okay, come on. I'm taking you down, chess shop. Taking you down with my Harry attack. Harry attack is coming for you, chess shop. So, what is this? Well, it's not a very good opening, but it's the Harry attack. So it's not a bad opening either. And we just play normal moves. And maybe d4 is the move I should be going for. So let's do it. It's the delayed attack. It's the delayed, slightly slow attack. And of course he goes here. So, is it good having Harry here or not? Well, now I want to try and get this knight into f5. So let's go for this one. Even if I lose a pawn, I don't mind losing Harry. The whole point of Harry attack is you try to give up this poor soul in order to checkmate him. Simple. I quite like the Harry attack. He's looking alright. If I can just get castle queenside, I'm going to be loving it. So, do I move my bishop out? He's got this square, so let's just say no, you can't have this square. Thank you very much. You can't have the e4 square. And now I've got g4 coming as well. I'm liking it. Okay, so I thought he'd play this crap move. And very nice tactic from him. I have to give him credit there. That was a very good tactic. And he spotted a weakness in my position and he found it. That was good because my position was looking all right there. All credit to him. He found a nice little idea. But okay, this how bad is this position? Is it bad? It's probably worse for me because the knight and bishop are a lot better. I mean, a lot worse for me. But it's not game over yet. So we have to keep fighting. When you play the Harry attack, things are going to go against you, aren't they? Things are going to go against you sometimes. Right, now I'm trying to work out where I can get any counterplay from here. Am I playing? We have to play g5. I think without this, my position is going to be atrocious. I have to start some kind of counter attack as much as I can in the position. So this is what I'm desperately trying to do. Come on, Harry. You can win the game for me, Harry. Here he comes, the Harry attack. Okay, can I play pawn here? Can Harry do it? Can Harry do it? Can he do it? He's landed. The eagle has landed. But I mean, I don't know if this is good or bad still because I haven't even counted how many pieces my opponent has. He has a lot of pieces, 3 pieces for the queen, but Harry has landed. What a weird position this is. But I still even though I've queened this guy, I'm still not liking it, particularly because his pieces are fantastic. I need to get my queen in the game. I'm not sure how. Queen here. He's blocking up all my rooks and queens. So how do I get my pieces in the game? Okay, I've got to try to find some angle for my pieces. So this queen trying to get in somewhere. The rook trying to get in on this file. Not easy to do. Queen G1 next, maybe. His pawn is coming up the board. He's got a check here. Oh, I missed that check. That's a nasty check. A nasty check. And his knights are fantastic here. So even though Harry won, it seemed like my position is still horrible, isn't it? I mean, come on, but Harry has made a queen. He should be feeling happy with himself. Right, I need to try and get it. But all his knights, they cover all the squares. Every entrance point for my queen is taken. That is the problem. Okay, am I losing my queen? What is this position? This is just weird. But I still have the Harry queen. That is about all I have here. Because I can't get in. I haven't got many pawns. I haven't got many pawns. I've just noticed. I've got not many pawns at all. I've got Harry. I've got Harry, the A pawn. Okay. Oh God. I mean, this is disgusting, isn't it? Look at his pawns. They're coming. Okay. Well, we've got to just pray. We've got to pray here that. Where do I put the king? Here. Got to watch out for knight forks always. And it's not looking good. Weird position. I mean, really weird position this one has become. But I mean, I think, all fairness to my opponent, he has indeed got the better of me in this. So his pawns are too strong. They're too strong. There we go. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to leave it, and do remember that we have interesting game, so a bit of fun there. Later on, not the best Blitz session, but I will be streaming today at let's say 6 PM GMT. So I will try to get my revenge against Chess Shop in the future. He actually wasn't that rude now. For a change, he's normally rude after he wins, but that occasionally said not bad, and it was a fun game, so we'll let him off on that occasion. As long as you have a fun game, it can be interesting. So do catch me later. It's in about 4 hours from now, where I'll be streaming hopefully some fun Blitz. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye.